Hey, how's it going out there tonight, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day, great night, whatever it is at this point. Um, Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this on a replay, be sure to check the description down below. Get that mud flap out. Make that happen for yourself. What else are we doing? What else are we doing? Um, Got Twitter going down there. Join the Twitter revolution. Let's see what else we got going on. That's about it. That's about it. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Got some people rolling in now. Let's get this party started. We're gonna do it live. Do it live. Y'all remember when Bill O'Reilly snapped when he was on Inside Edition? Started cussing. That's where I got that idea for that thumbnail. Uh, been watching some of my replays. I've been cussing a lot here lately. Gotta cut that out. Got no room for that. It's cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's not good content. So I got my swear jar. I got a quarter, so I can only afford one cuss word for this live. So I'm gonna have to make it. I'm gonna have to make it worth it. What's everybody doing tonight? I am running a load to Pennsylvania. Trying to work on my phone holding skills here. This thing's all right. We're back. Sorry, I'm still adjusting a phone holder here. A more professional YouTuber would have had this taken care of already, but I am what I am. Let's see here. I did eat Burger King a minute ago, so maybe some belching involved in this. Just to forewarn you, they're pretty gross, so beware of that. Let me get that thumbs up on my own going right here. Got my own thumbs up going. Look at that. Bam, just did that. Everybody follow in, do the same thing if you don't mind. Let me see who else in here. How's everybody doing today? Probably already asked you that. I'm rambling at this point. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Thanks for watching the video I put out today. I'm trying to do like a video a day, man. I'm trying to throw some content at you while keeping it entertaining. Rory, number one. Uh-oh, Don. Rory's in the house, number one. Just saying. Thanks for coming in, Rory. I appreciate your support. Don, as always, appreciate you. Let's move Don up in the world. Let's give Don moderator status. Paul Harris, happy Friday night. Yeah, man, I'm running hard. I thought I had to deliver in the morning at 9 o'clock. I went back and looked at it. I got to be there at noon. So I gave myself a nice little 3-hour window there. I guess I could have been there at 9 o'clock, but it was going to be like super tight, especially with the hills and the mountains of Pennsylvania. So let's see. Jerome Jones, big money. What's up, Jerome? Thanks for coming in. Maxim Raids in the house. He says, hey, Cash, my man. Don, no Twitter here. Yeah, Don, I just joined Twitter. I just joined Twitter like 3 days ago. I don't see the point of it. But, I thought, hey, if some people, like, who doesn't have YouTube? But I thought, well, maybe, somebody doesn't have YouTube, and then, maybe we can convert them on Twitter to get YouTube. I don't see a lot of effort going into my Twitter, so, if you guys sign up, I would appreciate it, but I don't, I'm not going to put a lot of emphasis on it. I would rather communicate and talk with everybody here on YouTube. It's kind of one of those things where I feel like the community is growing here. We're on a right path. You know what I mean? We're doing the right thing, and so I'm happy about it. But I thought I'd do Twitter just for the hell of it. Does the H word count as my one cuss word? We'll let the H word slide that one time, right? David Heaton said, I'm here. What's up, Cash? Not much. Thanks for coming in. David Heaton says, smash the like button. Yeah, I've already got it I got it on my end. I just remembered I'd already done that. Let's see. Smash that like button. Rory says, as my daughter would say, no potty mouth, Dad. Yeah, I was watching a live I did the other day. I got worked up about something, and I feel like when you swear a lot, you don't communicate as good of a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, it turns a lot of people off. It's like, can I not get my point across without swearing every other word? So, And I know most of the people that come in here are truck drivers, so you hear way worse all day. But it's just kind of a goal of mine. I'm gonna dial that back a little bit. Paul Harris says no selfie stick, or that's just for us old guys. Yeah, I had a selfie stick at one point. It wasn't mine. It was like I kind of claimed it for a minute though. Like because at my house, you know what I mean. Like nothing's ever mine. You know how I mean? Like if I get something cool, it becomes somebody else's, and then I only get like the things that are left over nobody else wants. So there was an unwanted selfie stick at my house at one point. I cannot find that thing these days. I don't know what happened to it. So that bums me out because I would use that. I'm lame enough to use that. Let's see who else is in here. Alexandra, hey Cash, what's up? Not much. Freight trucking. I'll chill for a bit, but need to be up at 2 a.m. Yeah, man. By all means, get your sleep. You can always catch us on the replay at 2 a.m. We'll keep you up. Rory says, can't believe an Irish boy got in first. Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate it. David Cherry says, what's the topic for tonight? I don't know. Like, anytime I put thought into a topic, I always end up like 9 miles away. So I don't even know if I really care about topics anymore. The topic is kind of what everybody wants to talk about. If somebody needs some help with something, we'll try to crack the code. Like if you're working at a company you don't like, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's figure out where's a better place to be. Got a lot of good people in the community, and so yeah. 22 in the house, 12 likes. Everybody smash that like button for me. Let's see. Don says, thank you, sir, and I received my hat today. Okay, good deal. That means everybody got their hats. Everybody has got their hats. So, Rorio says, give the thumbs up, lads. Yep, Anthony Drummond in the house. What's up, Anthony Drummond? What up, driver? It's Friday. No doubt. It's Friday, which don't really mean much to me. I got loads scheduled this weekend, so I got to deliver this load in the morning at noon. I guess, I don't know. I'm going to be there in the morning. I'll be there before noon. And then I got a load working on for Sunday night out of, I may regret that load. I think I've loaded out of there before. I didn't even ask what the commodity was. They literally called me while I was asleep, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. And they were like, 2,700, and I was like 3,000, and then I went back to sleep. I wasn't even sure I dreamed it or if it was for real, like. So I never got any word back on it. Maybe I did dream it. I don't know. I told them like, and it kind of sucks because I know that town that they said I'd be picking up in, and that town has got to be the worst pickup experience I've ever had was in that town. So I hope it's not out of there. Oh my God, I hope it's not out of there. But it is a load going back to Minnesota, so that means something. And if they would come up to $3,000 and pay my tolls, basically that's why I wanted the extra 300. I'm like, give me 300 more to cover those tolls back to Minnesota, and we'll be all good. Last time I did a load out of there though, it's just misery getting over there to get loaded, and then it's what else was it? Last time I was over there, it's just a pain getting loaded over there, and then when I went back, it has like a drop or two in Wisconsin and then 2 in Minnesota, and the problem with it is the Wisconsin one last time, the way they had it scheduled, the lumpers were only available from like, what was it? The lumpers left at like noon, and they scheduled a 2 p.m. appointment. So I had to lump that freaking, I was so mad. I charged that broker. The broker was like, oh, I'll give you 200. And I was like, nah, I'll make it 250, cause I don't know. That's negotiating 101 in my book. No matter what somebody priced, no matter what the price they tell you, ask for more, know your worth, I guess you would say. But that's just always how I've negotiated. Never just say yes. Always say yes plus 20%. Um, so it turned out to be a bummer last time I took that load. So I'm hoping we're not going down that road again. Maybe it's something different. I mean, it's a very populated area over there in eastern Pennsylvania. So maybe we're hauling ballots. Maybe we're hauling election ballots over to get them burnt somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's get it stirred up. You know what I'm saying? Say, yes, I'm awake and I speak English. I know what you are saying. Let's see. Where am I at? Where am I at? Boy, y'all really threw some comments at me. I appreciate this. I got to get caught up. Anthony Drummond, Carlos Aguilera. I'm sorry. We'll just say Carlos. I don't want to murder your last name. Hi, what's up, brother? Shoestring trucker in the house. God, I'm illiterate. So illiterate, man. You don't even know. Good evening from Eastern North Carolina. Just started my reset. All right, all right. From Eastern North Carolina. Where you at? Where you at? That TA over there in Chambers? You ain't got to say. I'm just guessing. Backwood. There ain't many truck stops over there, man. They need more truck stops in that area, especially like coming in and out of that gorge. You know what I'm saying? Like on 40, like it's like no man's land for about 80 miles, like from Knoxville, Dandridge area, all the way over to like past Asheville, no man's land. And if you go down 26 to South Carolina, same thing. No parking, like no truck stops. A couple mom and pops that fill up way early. That's just my take on it. Backwoods in the house. What's up, Backwoods? Thanks for coming in. Let me turn the brightness up on this thing. I'm squinting over here like it's for no reason. 22 in the house, 16 likes. There we go. Now we're getting up there. Let's see. Hey, brother. Hope all is well. Thank you, Backwoods. Carlos says, my friend, good evening. Have a good and safe trip to Pennsylvania. Ooh, yeah. Normally I don't like Pennsylvania, but it's been a pretty good lane here lately, like Minnesota to Pennsylvania and back. Paying good. Paying good. David Cherry said, I need to comment on your last video. Rig dig is important. Thought I found the perfect truck until I found it had been flipped over. Come on with it, David Cherry. That's a very good point. Yeah, leave me that comment on there. Let it remind everybody about rig dig. I always forget about those things. But yeah, stuff like that's important. You got to know what you're buying. Just bought a new car the other day. Actually, yesterday. Yesterday, new car. Picked it out yesterday. Went back and finalized it today. Obviously, I wasn't there, but the old lady got a new car. So shout out, shout out. Let's see. Paul Harris says it's too bad we can't give you thumbs up more than once, like we vote. Yo, there you go, Paul with the jokes. Don says you're supposed to talk about people who like their companies and want to bring people on, not bad companies. Keep it positive. Yeah. Speaking of that, if anybody's looking at Schuster out of Iowa, let me know. I've got the inside track there, thanks to one of my great subscribers and supporters works over there and is having a pretty good time over there. So, do your research on Schuster before because this person has offered to answer some questions if people have questions. But at the same time, we don't want to call them and ask them like every little question. Do the research, find out if they hire where you're at, like do all that. And then if you're like, okay, well, now I'm like in phase 2, of like research, like I did my internet research. Now let me do some actual digging. I can help you out with that. Just shoot me an email. Just put Schuster in the title. But yeah. Let's see, Don. Yeah, you're supposed to talk about people who like their companies and want to bring people on, not bad companies. Keep it positive. Yeah. I'm trying not to talk too much crap about companies anymore. I'm kind of to the point to where I would rather just show people what I think is the best way. Because being negative and telling people, "Oh, you're doing it the wrong way," that doesn't reach people. So yeah, I am trying to be more, instead of like you're doing it the wrong way, be more like this is how I do it. Take it, like it, hate it, do whatever. But I'm just putting it. It's information. It's not, it's not so much, me telling you what is right and what is wrong. It's more just here's how I do it. Maybe it could help you work for you. Alexandra says, I ordered Casey's for dinner. I'm headed to Fisher's tomorrow. All right, ordered Casey's for dinner. Uh, Pizza? Casey's Pizza? Is that what we're talking about? Me and the old lady was just talking about Casey's Pizza like the day before yesterday. Um, let's see. Boy, that jumped on me. Uh, Montoya says, "What's going on tonight? Not much. Chilling. We gotta be up early in the morning, so I thought I'd hop on for a minute. Probably gonna try to get the weekly recap video done tomorrow. I mean, my week's been over for I think I had a 6 day week again, which technically was a 5 day week, I guess, because I spent a day in North Carolina not doing nothing, or Virginia Beach, North Carolina up to Virginia Beach. I kind of drove I had like a 100-mile deadhead there. I drove that, and then I took a day at the house as well, or at least a night at the house. So I liked how it worked out last week. I got some rest on the road, still made good revenue. Win-win. I like when things come together like that. Um, let's see. Tim says hello from Georgia. Hello from I think I'm still in Ohio right now. I'm in Ohio. Um, Okay, CRC, LOL. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming in. Paul Harris says Crete, a lumper service, a division of Cash is King. Tell the broker this lumper service is very expensive, but the best. Yeah, no doubt. Create. I said Crete. Create a lumper service. Yeah, no, that's what I do. When I unload these damn trailers, I hit them with a bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how it is. I got to go back and check some pay stubs. I was just thinking about that today. I had a load a few loads back, a few weeks back, where the broker agreed to pay the tolls on that, and I got to double check and make sure they paid me for that. Because if not, I gotta start sending out some letters. You got to keep track of that stuff. You got to make sure you're getting that money, because that adds up over time. Um, Also, I got to double check and make sure I got paid on that Amazon load a couple weeks ago, where the broker said, "Hey, go in Amazon, pull those 4 pallets off for them." I expect that $40. I didn't do that out of the kindness of my heart. Amazon and these brokerages, they don't need my help. You know what I'm saying? They're making plenty of money. Um, so yeah, that's what I do. I hit them with a bill. Same way with that one that I lumped that load in Wisconsin that day. That was like 7 pallets that broke down to like a lot of pallets, like 14 or 19. I can't remember the exact amount. It was years ago, but yeah, it's like you've got to be tough on them. Like, you know, business ain't about favors. You don't do favors. You try to help people out. You don't have to rip them off, but you don't work for free. You know what I'm saying? Like on that particular case, the guy was like $200. It took me about, if I remember correctly, it took me about an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour to break that down. So 200 for the hour would have been fine, but I was like, no, I'm sticking at 250. And the main reason I'd done that is because it was their scheduling. You know what I mean? Like, it's their customer, it's their freight, and the broker did not, like, why they let that broker schedule that at 2 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, the customer should have notified the broker, hey, the glumper service leaves at noon. And you know what I mean? It was just like all bad communication. And I'm like, it's not my fault. It's your problem. I don't care if the freight comes off or not. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take it down to the river and dump it for all I care. You know, Shushan, Greenville, North Carolina. All right, all right. That's a little farther in than I was thinking, I guess. Backwoods says you have good memory and knowledge. Yeah, man. I try to remember everything I can about business because it always comes back around. Let me tell you. Um, especially like when it was a really bad experience like that. Like I remember the name of those towns, and but unfortunately, I was about half asleep when I agreed to that. Um, let's see. If you're playing a drinking game, don't take a drink every time I say because you'll be dead of alcohol poisoning in about 2 minutes. Let's see. TA on 40 is the worst for parking. Afternoon. LOL. Yeah, if you're talking about that TA on I-40, and I think it's Chandler, it's the name of the town. It's like exit 37 or something like that. Ooh, that parking lot is jacked up, man. Like the way they got those angled parking spots, and it's like all on a hill and curved and down, and yeah, I don't park there. I don't park there. I think maybe once in my entire career I parked there, and I was nervous the whole night. I was like, somebody is gonna take off my hood. Like the way that parking was, no bueno, no bueno. Um, let's see. I just stopped for the night myself. I'm between Gary and Indy on 65. All right, good deal. Um, I tell you a couple spots I like when I park through there. The Loves at the what is it, Demott or something like that. Demott. There's a TA and a Loves at the same exit there. Demott, I think it's called. And if not, go on down to Remington and stay at what used to be called Crazy D's. Does anybody know where Crazy D's is? Like exit 215 or 205 or something like that. Um, it used to be called Crazy D's, and the guy that owned it was Greek, and they used to have some great Greek food there, Mediterranean type food. They used to have lamb tacos there. You know, like that falafel meat. You know where the lamb is like, they slice it off. You know, it's like on a big rotisserie thing. They used to slice that off and make tacos. Man, they were fire. But I ain't been in there in a couple months. I just don't run that lane very often. Um, I dodge that normally. I go around and go like if I'm coming across 70 instead of going up 65, I'll go on over to 39. And go back up to Minnesota that way. But yeah, Crazy D's. I heard somebody say they changed the name on it, or maybe I was looking on Trucker Path and it came up a different name. But yeah, Crazy D's, man. I used to love that spot because no matter what time of day it was, it was one of those spots where you could always get a parking spot. Now they used to have a pothole at the entrance that you could lose a set of tandems in it, but as long as you went around that, and man, you could always have a parking spot. Now they closed at night; they weren't open 24/7, so um, I prefer a place that's open 24/7. But Crazy D's used to be a pretty good little spot. I ain't stopped in there in a minute. Um, I used to get fuel there. They used to have good prices on fuel, but like I said, I ain't been in there a minute. I was going to look it up and see. Um, get through the 500 ads on Trucker Path here. Ad, ad, ad. That's about all it is these days. Ads, ads on top of ads. That's Lafayette. So let's see. We're a little bit. There it is. Rensselaer, whatever it's called. That is not the one I'm thinking of. Where the hell is Crazy D's? Come on. Yeah, now it's called Lucky's Diner and Truck Stop. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Now it's called Lucky's. Now it's called Lucky's. Trucker Path kills me with all the ads and stuff. Like, I so wish there was a competitor. You know, Trucker Path, they tried to offer me a sponsorship deal, and they basically wanted me to tell everybody it was the greatest thing ever for a premium subscription. And I'm like, well, it's okay, but it's not the greatest thing ever. Like, it really does need some, like, you know, maybe drop some of the ads, just some of them. I mean, it's like ad on top of ad on top of ad now. You know, it's nice when you're like pre-planning your trip for the day, you know, because you got all, you know, you got some time to sit there. But well, if you're in a rush, it can be a real pain in the butt. I think I got me a neighbor pulling in here. All right, all right. I got a neighbor. He's straightening up. I think he's going to be my neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Um, Matter of fact, I need to get out and turn my reefer. Yeah, I need to turn my reefer down because this is a do not freeze load, and they want it not to freeze. And I got the temperature up a little high on it because it was warm today, and I didn't want the reefer trying to cool it, you know, because they don't care if it's cold. They just don't want it not frozen. But the reefer has to be on, so I've been trying to keep the reefer at the same temperature as the temperature outside. So I need to get out and turn it down. Oh, these backup beepers on these trucks. Am I right? Who doesn't love a good backup beeper? A good backup beeper. I do want to point something out real quick if I can catch it. You guys see what's going on right there by his window? You see those little things right there? What are those? And can I get those for my truck? I only see them on the new Cascadias, but they look like a thing that's like made to block the rain off of your mirrors and your windows. Oh yeah, he's gonna pull up and give us another look at them. See what I'm talking about right there on that A pillar? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Those things right there, like coming down, like right there. Let's see if that'll focus. But yeah, I see those on the new Cascadias, but I've tried to Google search them and I can't find them. And that looks like they're just little slanted pieces of plastic. And it looks like those are made to keep the water and stuff off your mirrors and your windows. And my God, does every truck need those? So, and I tried to Google search them, like I said, but I don't know. I don't know. If you guys know something I don't know, let me know. If you know what they're called or how to Google search them or if they only come on those trucks. Let's see. All right, just Alexandra says Paul Harris, that's awesome, double dipping. Yeah. Um, Anthony Drummond says, don't come to UPS unless you're young, because when it gets slow, they'll put you inside throwing packages, and don't come with debt either. Yeah, I've heard that before. Those first couple years can be rough. I did the seasonal thing. I tell people, like, it's great part-time work, like, part of the year, you know, it's very seasonal. You work like 60 hours a week when you're working, but then when you're not working, you're not working. It's great if you're like semi-retired and you want to make some really good money during the holidays. But it's a rough gig. It's a rough gig doing the seasonal at UPS. 23 in the house, 20 thumbs up. Everybody hit that thumbs up for me if you could. I appreciate it. Paul Harris has been watching Asia Mai with CRST teams. The pay is criminal over there. Yeah, CRST is like my hero of ripping people off. Not that I would admire ripping someone off, but, you know, like my thought is, if you're going to do it, you know, do it right. Boy, I mean, they're getting them over there. I emailed that guy. He emailed me. We emailed back and forth a little bit this week, so maybe, hopefully, you know, I got him, like on a direction, you know, like I told him, you know, basically I'm not making anything off of it. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm going to suggest a few companies that I know people that have worked there personally, and they're good companies. They pay practical miles. They pay you. I know one that they'll start teams out with 6 months experience, and they pay you like over 50. They start you at 50 cents a mile, and with 6 months experience, making 50 cents a mile is not bad considering you know it's basically they're like an LTL contractor. They just run LTL freight like long haul or line haul. So basically, you go to this work at this company and they give you, brand new big decked out Volvo, and you basically run, from one terminal to the next terminal to the next terminal to the next terminal. And you make a gang of miles doing that because their trucks go like 72 mile an hour, and they do a lot of out west, like Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. So you can actually run that kind of speed. And so I told him about it. I said, hey, apply with this company, and then let me know, if that company, you know, what I mean, they hire 6 months experience, and that's what they had with 6 months experience. So I hope they do it, just for the fact of like it's obnoxious that CRST gets away with this kind of thing. Like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's craziness. So, I don't. I mean, CRST does what they do. It's nothing new to people to say, oh, CRST pays like a joke. Most people that have been in the industry a while, they understand that. But the problem is a lot of these new guys coming into the industry, they don't understand like how much money you can make as a truck driver if you get on that plan, if you get on that goal and you say, I'm not going to accept low pay because, I got babies at the house. I like buying fancy things. I like saving money. I like having an emergency fund. When you get on that mindset, then yeah, when you say, I'm tired of buying the cheapest thing I can find. Instead, I'd like to have some money so I can buy things of value. And I like to buy stocks, and I like to have investments, and I like to, have a future one day. When you get on that mindset, these mega carriers don't fit in. They just don't. It don't. They don't. Those things don't correlate. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that those guys apply over there at. I hope they apply at that company I told them about, because I know I've never worked there, but I know secondhand. Like, I know people that just people that went there with 6 months of experience, worked there for 6 months, and then left to go do local work. But like, both of them told me, like, it's a company they would go back to if they were going back over the road. They would go straight back there. So, um, so yeah, I hope they apply. I hope it works out for them, because the difference of going and making like, you know, if you're running LTL line haul freight like that in a truck that'll go 72 to 75 miles an hour, and you're out west and you're getting like 2,000-mile loads like it ain't nothing, like going from like Southern California to Ohio, back down to Florida, then over to, like Phoenix. When you're getting loads like that every week, and you're in a truck that'll get on down the road, and your team operation, instead of making like $400 a week, you could be bringing home like 13, 14, 1,500 a week. And that's per driver, that's not combined. So I hope those guys take that advice. I hope they run with it. Um, it would change everything. It would change everything. Like, because I know how a lot of those companies do. They throw little breadcrumbs at you. Oh, we're going to do this for you. We're going to do that for you. We're going to do this. It never pans out. Like, it's always just a little. It's just enough to keep you around, so they can keep beating you with a stick. Like, so yeah. I hope they get out of there. I do, for the because it's too tough of a job to be out here working for free. Let's see, where was that? Paul Harris. Yeah, thank you for coming in, Paul Harris. Alexandra says, "Yep, Casey's Pizza," and I purchased fuzzy jeggings. Fuzzy jeggings. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that Casey's Pizza. That's good stuff, man. They got it going on at Casey's. I need to get into the Midwest more. I don't see enough Casey's. I like stopping at Casey's. Anthony Drummond says, "When do you fill your tanks to full? The beginning of your week?" No, I fill it to the tanks. I fill the tanks up when I find diesel for the cheapest price I can find it, minus my IFTA tax. I take the IFTA tax out and I just look at the underlying diesel price. And Illinois has been doing it. Like they just been doing it. So I've been buying most of my fuel in Illinois. So normally what I'll do is, because here's how I look at it. I see a lot of YouTubers, and I've made videos about this before, like IFTA and like how to fuel your truck, things like that. I see a lot of YouTubers saying only buy enough fuel for the trip you're on. That is such a poor mindset. Like that's like saying I want to be poor for the rest of my life. I just randomly buy fuel at the beginning of a trip and just enough for that trip. No, 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 no. See, I don't care about my check this week. Number one, and you'll see most of those guys are lease purchase that say that, because here's the thing, they're not making enough money, so they want to get a good check, so they say, well, I don't buy more fuel than I'm going to need this week because it'll make my check go down from 1,700 to 1,400. It's all company driver money, let's face it. Speaking of that, let me go on a side tangent of that tangent. Have y'all noticed, notice this? All these little dollar a mile freight lease purchase companies, the trailers look like hell. Today I've seen Trans Am missing a whole bracket, mud flat bracket all gone. Dude was at Love's, and then I caught him going down the road and passed him, and he was going to buy a TA. Never had intentions of stopping and getting that done. You know why? Because he ain't making enough money to stop and get that done. He got to get that down the road, get that trailer drop, get to the next one. It's like if they paid him enough to like actually make a decent wage, they would stop and get that fixed. I wouldn't be rolling down the road with a trailer with no mud flap or bracket or anything on it. I'll just be honest with you. I got a chip in my windshield over there the other day from something very similar to that. Guy riding down the road with no mud flap. So I'm very irritated. Been paying a lot of attention to it this week. But back to the fueling. No, I don't fuel per trip. I don't fuel per week. I fuel when I'm going by the station that's got the cheapest price on fuel minus IFTA. I don't put IFTA in my calculations. I minus IFTA out of it. I got a really good video about IFTA if you want to check that out. It's probably about 6 months old now. But yeah, um, you know, like I, what do I care if I buy a $500 tank of fuel today or tomorrow or whatever? It's about the money you make over the month, the year. You know, like I've seen more than one YouTuber, but they're all lease purchase guys that are doing it, and they'll tell you, say you got a 700-mile trip, divide it by 7 miles per gallon, and only buy that much fuel. And one guy's got 30 something thousand subscribers, and he's telling people, don't buy more fuel than you need for this trip in case your truck breaks down. You're going to be stuck with that fuel in tanks while your truck's broke down. And I'm like, that's the dumbest I've ever heard. See, I didn't say it. I get to keep my quarter, but that's the dumbest mess I've ever heard. Like you're gonna spend more on fuel because you're afraid that your truck might break down, and you're gonna pay for that fuel this week because your truck's broke down, and your lease purchase ain't gonna give you but like $800 because you got $500 in fuel in the tanks. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, You're flat out shooting yourself in the head when you do stuff like that. You know, you you got to think like big business, in my opinion. You know, like I mean, you think. I mean, let's go outside of trucking. Do you think General Electric thinks like that? Do you think General Mills thinks like that? You know, like General Mills don't go, well, we're only gonna make, you know, 1 million granola bars this week. So you know, we don't want to buy more than we need, even though it's super cheap right now. You know, like no, no. Uh, you know, like they're like, when we get it cheap, we buy all of it. You know, like so that's how I look at it. You know, that's my strategy on fuel. K Save in the house. What's up, brother? K Save says, bro, put Gorilla Glue epoxy on that crack. The tube solution, the two tube solution crack will not move. I promise. Outside and inside. All right, yeah. I got one crack in the windshield right here that somebody put something on before I bought this truck. I don't know if they took it to the TA and had it epoxied. But I gotta say that crack is done very well. I'm hell on windshields, man. I'm hell on windshields. Um, I had a crack over there last week though, man. A dump truck driver got on the freeway doing 70 miles an hour with a load of gravel and no tarp on. And when he got on the freeway, you know, the changing of angles, you know, of him going from like getting on the freeway, it dumped a bunch of big puff of gravel came off, and one piece hit my windshield and busted it. And I got on the CB and I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, can you not put the tarp over the load of gravel? And he was like, he was cussing me out. He was like, oh, in the state of West Virginia, you don't have to put a tarp over it. And I was like, it's not about what you have to do. I said, it's about being a human being. And he was like, well, don't follow so close. I was like, I was going down the freeway and you merged on in front of me. Like, you know, like I didn't really have a choice of where you got on and you got off. I couldn't get over, you know, like you swung right out in front of me. You know, hey, he was going probably 15 mile an hour less than I was going. And then when I said something about it on the CB, he slammed on his brakes to try to brake check me, which was retarded because I was already slowing down because he'd already busted my windshield. And I didn't want him to throw a rock through my radiator or something like that, you know? So I was already backing off of him. And he literally smoked his tires and left black marks on the freeway to try to get me to brake check me. And I was like, you're such a piece of work. You know, I didn't say piece of work, but I'm trying to save that quarter. I called him some other names, you know, and he just kept going off. We went back and forth on the CB. And I just told him, I said, it's not about what the state tells you got to do. It's about taking 2 minutes to put that tarp over that load of gravel and be a decent human being, you know? But he was pretty dumb. He just wanted to scream profanities about me. And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, you're an idiot. So I went on about my life. Let's see. Where am I at? Mr. Chapstick 2010. What a name. Mr. Chapstick says, time is money, and if you're working on helping the lumpers, should get something. Yeah, no doubt. Like, I mean, you know. Let's see. Maxim Raids in the house. Thanks for coming in, Maxim Raids. I appreciate it. Says, hey, Cash, my man. Let me ask you a question. Can you discuss some tips for negotiating with a broker? This might actually make a good video. Yeah, I've got, I mean, I don't know. I've got videos where I talk about negotiating with brokers. You know, really, there's not a whole lot of negotiating you can do, you know. People tell you to know your worth and this, that, and the other. And here's my take on it. If you're not in a good area, you're probably not going to get a good rate. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Like, you I don't know. Most of the time you can't go to the broker. And they're like offering, like, let's just ballpark and say $2,000 on a load. You can't go to that broker and be like, okay, you got 2,000 on it. I need 5,000. It just don't work like that. You know, like occasionally if you can describe to them why you need more or why, you know, like, you know, a lot of times, like if I'm looking at a load that's going through like today, okay, I got a call about a load from the Philadelphia area back to Minnesota. A lot of tolls on that. I said, okay, let's raise the rate at least to the point to where you're paying for my tolls. That seems fair to me. You know, stuff like that. But you can't just call and be like, yeah, I need $10,000, and I that's just what I gotta have. You're never gonna pull freight if you do that. Um, my thing is, if you're gonna negotiate with the broker, you can't just expect money for nothing. You have to like describe to them why you need more money. Somebody asked me the other day in the comments, can you ask a broker for more money if you have a lot of deadhead? Yes, you can ask for that, but just be aware that it's not their responsibility that you have a long deadhead. So if they say no, if they think they can wait on the freight moving, they'll say no. If they think they need you that bad, they'll tell you to get going, and they'll pay it. So, but yeah, I can talk more about that in a video. Um, let's see where we at. But yeah, thanks for that, Maxim Raid. That's actually it's something that like I get worked up when I think about it. So I don't think about it too much. But yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But I can talk more about it. Chili Dog says, hey, what's up, Cash Brother? Not much. Thanks for coming in, Chili Dog. Paul Harris, air deflectors. Those are different. Yeah, those are just little flat pieces of plastic. And it's like it's on one strip of plastic, and then there's little pieces of plastic that come out about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, and they're kind of at a like a downward tilt. That way, like when the water comes off your windshield, it looks like it would like force it, at a down, out and down, like away from your windows and your mirrors, kind of like in between. I don't know if that's what that is, if that's how that's supposed to work, but that's what it makes me think of, and I cannot find them anywhere on the internet. Every time I put in anything about wind deflector or window covers, it just comes back with those like, those black plastic, like you get for your pickup truck. I mean, they make them for Freightliner, so it shows you the Freightliner ones. But I don't want that because that might help keep a little bit off the windows, but that's not going to keep, it's not going to keep it off the mirrors. Mr. Chapstick says, yes, think for the snow and water off the wipers. Yeah, Freightliners are horrible, man. As soon as the first little bit of rain hits, as soon as you turn on your wipers, your mirrors and your side windows are murdered. Let's see here. One says, what's up, Cash from Rhode Island? Not much. Thanks for joining us from Rhode Island. What's going on with the new channel? Yeah, I've not put out any content on that new channel. I've got to get some work done over there. I've got video ideas, man, but I've got like, I don't know, in my notepad on my phone, I've got about probably 10 ideas for this channel for videos. I got video ideas over there. It's like a second channel is almost a little too much, but I got to get some work over there. I got to get on it. Low pay is for suckers. Yeah. It's all about averages out here. You know what I'm saying? DIY semi trucking and more. Everybody go check out DIY semi trucking and more. I shared out his, trucker money videos. I love those on Friday. Trucker monies. What's the penalty for being late to the chat? I'll let it slide this time. Alexandra says, US 20 exit 71 Casey's truck stop at the junction. All right, I'll check it out. We'll check it out. Let's see where we at. Backwoods says exactly. Broke mindset. Yeah. There's, like when you get in that broke mindset, you stay broke. I always just think of like the big businesses in this country. Not even just the trucking companies, but the businesses that really scale up, because I had a property maintenance business that I scaled up really quick, like, from like one pickup truck and a couple $1,000s to like, grossing over $1 million a year. And, when you scale up, you can't do things not, I don't know how to say it. You can't do it if you don't do it the optimum way for like savings and scale, you'll always be like that one little rinky dink thing, like, so yeah, you got to get out of that mindset. You got to think big. K Save in the house. What's up, K Save? Thank you for that super chat, K Save. You are the man. Let's see here. K Save with another super chat says $4.99 DIY pay up. K Save's my enforcer. He's the bouncer. Check in at the door with K Save, and he'll tell you what's up. Let's see, where was that? Asian Mind in the house. What's up, Asian Mind? Thanks for coming in, man. I gotta say, brother, you putting me on your channel the other day has really grown my channel. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm talking like big jumps, big jumps. I've been meaning to call you and talk to you about it, but let's say I was at the house one night, and like for me, going to the house is like the most hectic thing ever because you think trucking is hectic. Try going to the house for a minute, and that'll get you. DIY semi with the $5. Oh man, I got called out by K Save's Bitcoin account. Yeah, has anybody been watching Bitcoin lately? Holy smacks. What should I do? I put $500 in Bitcoin, and it like basically instantly went like, here's how the graph looked. Let me make sure I'm doing this the right way. The graph basically went all the way up. Like it was off the screen. The graph went yoink. And I'm thinking like I put $500 in, and like now it's worth like 700 and almost $800. And I'm thinking like, damn, should I pull that out, man? Like it's rare you get a 50% return in like a month. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind. I wish I'd have put more in, obviously, but like it's only $250, and I'm thinking like, I bought that for like 20 years down the road. You know what I mean? I really want to see if Bitcoin like. That's one of those things. Like if it goes broke, it goes broke, and 20 years from now, my kids might be a millionaire because I bought that $500 worth of Bitcoin in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the angle I'm playing on that. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's so rare you get a return like that a month, but really, what's 250 in the scheme of things? It's like I thought maybe cashing it in, and if it went back down, buying more. But I'm not a picker like that, man. Every time I try to pick stuff and play the game like that, it's just not me. I'm more like a buy it and forget about it type investor. Let's see. Paul Harris says that's opposite what happens. What happened? You're stuck on the road due to a storm and you have limited fuel. Build that campfire. Sorry, man, this thing jumped on me right as I was reading. Build that campfire, gather wood. Yeah. In the winter, man, I never play that mindset of letting the fuel get down real low. You know what I mean? Like I need about like number one, I have two 120-gallon tanks, so I got 240 capacity. I never go past using 200. I don't even use my analog gauge. I don't even look at that thing. I only look at the digital gauge that shows how much I've used. And I never let it go past 200 gallons used. So that gives me a 40-gallon reserve. And then in the winter, I really try to keep about an extra 50 on that, because the way I look at it is like this. The more fuel you got in your tanks, the less likely it is to jail. Number one. Number two is I figure if I've got 90 gallons in there, like worst comes to worst, I got 90 gallons in there. At a gallon an hour, that's almost a half a week I could idle the truck. And that's with the engine revved up because, at low idle, I use about 7/10 of a gallon an hour. So if I rev it up, that would get me through like 3 to 4 days. And I figure at that point, like if it really came down to me sitting there for a week, I don't have to idle the truck the entire time, like during the day when it's a little warmer out, if you're stuck on the road or something, you could always turn the truck off during the day and let it set for a little while, um, But I don't know. Yeah, I figure you don't want to let it get low. That's for sure. Let's see. DIY semi got that sweet mother trucker hat today. Yeah, I believe everybody's got their mother trucker hats. Don got his. Freight trucking got his, and DIY semi got his. So those were the guys that got the hats. K Save in the house. K Save says in Florida by law we get free windshield replacements with any commercial vehicle, including the wife's carpet air duct vans. Okay, yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Like, I mean, I get free windshields every year. You know what I mean? I can get like, uh, but it just ticks me off, man. It's like the hassle of having to get it done. You know what I mean? I gotta take the dash cam off. I gotta take my pre-pass off. I gotta take my iPass off. I gotta take my sun pass off. I got to take all that off the windshield, and then they got to come out and they got to do it. And then I've had them times where they've come out and did it and they didn't do a good job. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just annoying. It's just annoying. So, yeah. Let's see. They create a lot of wind noise. Okay, I didn't know that. Those things did that. Um, I mean, honestly, it's not that big a deal. Like, I clean my mirrors very often, and so it's like not the biggest deal. But if I could put something like that on there that didn't create the wind noise or bug the heck out of me, I like those because they look like you couldn't even really see them from inside the truck the way they fit on those pillars. Um, but yeah, I didn't think about wind noise. That is moving air. That's for sure. So. Alexandra says, "What's up, DIY?" Okay, CRC says, "I had them on a 2020 truck I trained on for 8 weeks. I'm now in a 2019 without, and I'm very much prefer them without." Okay, good to know. Good angle. I did not think of that angle. So yeah, appreciate that. Marco says, "How do you feel about lumpers?" Um, I like lumpers. Lumpers are a valued asset. Anybody that gripes and moans and cries about lumpers is getting raw deals from brokers or carriers. I don't pay for lumpers. You shouldn't be paying for lumpers. I heard Prime one time, somebody saying at Prime, they include the price of the lumper in your rate. That way it makes your rate look better. Like your rate per mile look better. So it's kind of shady to me, like what's my rate without the lumper in it. uh just my thought. But yeah, I like lumpers. I did a video about lumpers about, I don't know, 3 to 6 months ago. You can if you scroll back through the playlist there, you can check it out. Just go to the Cash is King Trucking playlist. I've got a couple playlists going. The live feeds, I've been putting all those in a playlist. And then the new series I've been doing, the Craigslist job search. What do you guys think about that? I've been putting out a couple of those a week. I may ramp that up a little bit. I've got one recorded I did this morning from Chicago. Try to post that this weekend sometime. May post that Sunday. But yeah. Let's see. How do I feel about lumpers? Yeah, no, lumpers are a good thing to me. I don't want to get out there and do that. And people who gripe and complain about lumpers a lot too, they don't understand what the lumper is there for or what the lumpers are doing. I did a video. I tried to break it down the best I could, made it as simple as I could. And I had a guy come in and say, "Well, you don't understand what lumpers are doing." And I was like, "Oh my God, dude, like I couldn't made it any more simple. Like, do me a favor, swing by, I'll hit you in the head with a tack hammer and we'll call it a day." Like I'm not gonna sit there and argue with it. Bill Murray, I heard the best quote from Bill Murray the other day. Bill Murray said, "It's hard to win an argument with a smart person. It's impossible to win an argument with an idiot." So I've been trying to keep that in my head, when these people come in my comments section and say stupid things, to try to let it go like that. K Save says he's just joking. No, K Save, we like the enforcement. DIY paid up, so Wait. K-Save says you're the man. Let her ride. Yeah. Paul Harris says this is on the 2021 Cascadia, a pillar deflector from Freightliner, not the same as those. Um, are they made by the same company that make those teardrop window deflector, the wind deflectors? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. AirTab makes the. Is that the ones you're talking about? The teardrop ones? Um, yeah. Volvo's got one that's like out on the window or the mirror pillar, the mounts for the window. You know what I'm talking about? Volvo's got that thing, and I think that's what it does. Kind of deflects the wind around away where it doesn't like kill your mirrors and your windows. Freightliner's got one of those too. Like where that mounts, they got like just a solid piece of plastic that sticks out from the pillar about 2 inches. I've seen those too on the 2021s though. Thinking about just tearing one off and then using some 3M Velcro to do it up. Let's see here. Which reminds me, I got to get the Gorilla Glue epoxy, putting that chip over there where that idiot hit my windshield. Let's see. Alexandra says, put in a little more, wait until it drops, then buy a lot more and wait for the crypto cash to gain in value. Crypto cash is the future. Yeah, see, that's it. I'm horrible at like pulling out and putting it in, pulling it out and putting it in. No pun intended. Like it's just like I have horrible timing on stuff like that. So I feel like if I took it out right now, it would probably go to 20,000, and then I'd have to wait like 7 or 8 years to even for it to like have a dip in this area where it's at now. So, I'm happy it's up now. Like if I had to sell it, like if all of a sudden, life or death scenario, I needed $750. Like I can't imagine what that would be, but hey, you never know when you got to buy a liver off the black market, right? So I'm just like, I think I'm just gonna leave it and let it ride. I think that's the way to do it. Just let it ride. Um, oh, DIY Semi says buy fidget spinners on the dip. Yeah, no kidding. Is now a good time to buy stock in pumpkins? I feel like the pumpkin market has passed me by. Um, Put all on Chia Pets. Hey, Chia Pets make great Christmas gifts, so maybe you're serious about that. Because I mean, right now would be the time people would be stocking up on Chia Pets. Um, Try C-Bond on that windshield. Yeah, no doubt. Put some C-Bond on there. Um, I don't know. I haven't even got out and like felt the crack. I mean, it made a good little knot though. It's probably, oh, I don't know. It's not in the wiper swipe. It's up on the like top corner over there. So like I'm not too worried about it, but at the same time, like it did tick me off. Like, um, let's see here. Where we at? Where we at? Alexandra says Craigslist Memphis. See if there's any morgue drivers in need. All right, yeah, I'll do Memphis one time. Paul Harris says, LOL, I'm here shaking my head in agreement like you can see me. I feel you. I feel you, Paul. I feel you. Um, let's see. Paul says, that's is that why you have a tribe, LOL? Yeah, no doubt. Harry Doyle says bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. All right, yeah. Yeah. Uh, uh, so, so, so what do I want to be? Do I want to be a bear, a bull, or a pig? Huh. Uh, they're all tasty. Am I right? Bears, bulls, pigs. I don't know. You guys are making me hungry. I get the sentiment there though. I get the cinnamon. I get the cinnamon of that. Yeah, like I'm kind of like just just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? K Safe says 4.99. Be a bull. Okay. Well, honestly, I gotta go with K Save on this because I was like thinking about pulling the trigger on Bitcoin for like 2 years now, and finally K Save was like, Bitcoin's the future, and it got me looking into it a lot more. Um, you know, got me learning about it, and I was like, okay, I see what they're doing over there now. So I said, what's letting $500 ride on it? Now, don't get me wrong, $500 is a lot of money, but at the same time, it's like I see the potential for that being like, you know, crazy one day. It's up 86,000% since it first started. So, Backwoods says, "Damn dump truck driver." Yeah, man. Oh, that dude was on. Somebody pissed in his Cheerios that day or something. Because I just got on the CB. And when he came on the freeway at 70 mile an hour, I didn't even say anything about him like just swerving right out in front of me. Like he had ramp, like he had a quarter mile of ramp. He could have got up to speed. He could have gave me a chance to try to get over. No, he just comes right on the freeway, and soon as he can, he whips it right out there in front of me. And it's like if you're hauling a load of gravel, and it wasn't like big rocks, it was like dust. It was like driveway gravel. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, dude, come on. I just got on the CB, and I was like, hey man, did you know your tarp's not over that gravel? And I was like, you just hit me with a rock. And he was like, I don't have to put it over a tarp over gravel in the state of West Virginia. And I was like, okay, well, like you just busted my windshield, so thanks. And he was like, nothing came out of this truck. What are you talking about? And I'm like, dude, you're hauling a load of like dust and gravel at 70 miles an hour down the freeway with no tarp. And you don't think any of that's going to fly out? And he just kept going on talking crap. And then I was like, well, you're clearly an idiot, so I'm not going to argue with you. And he like slammed on his brakes like he was going to brake check me. And I'm like, dude, I'm like 1,500 feet behind you at this point. Like, I'm not even trying to ride your ass because, you done cracked one side of my windshield. I'm not going to have you crack the other side But yeah, he like literally flat spotted his tires with a full load of gravel on, slammed, like locked his truck up, like slid down the road, like smoke coming off the tires and everything. And I'm just like, really? Like, full load of gravel, you're going to literally lock up your brakes and slide them so hard that your tires smoke. Um, yeah, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm clearly dealing with an idiot. So I just backed off. I was like, I got nothing to prove out here on the road. Like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Let's see. Where am I at? DIY says, I'm old, got to go to bed. See ya. Yeah, thanks for coming in, DIY. We appreciate that trucker money video you put out today, man. We really do. We really do. It's good times. If you guys aren't checking out Trucker Money, go over there and check it out. It's not money about trucking. It's what you do with your money that you make in trucking outside of trucking. Um, so yeah, yeah. Alexandra with a super chat 420 says that dude needs to chill. Think this number. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he needed something, man. He was having a bad day, and it's like when you see someone having a bad day like that, even though he put his stupidity's costing me money by busting my windshield. At the end of the day, you don't engage it because you're not gonna like what do I have to gain engaging with him? I thought maybe, honest to God, when he got on the freeway like he did, I was like, boy, that was an aggressive way to get on the freeway. Number one, and I kind of let that go. I just I did what I could do. I slowed down because I couldn't get over. There was a car in the left lane. But I just wanted to say, hey, man, like, did you forget to put the tarp up on that trailer? Maybe like he would pull over and put the tarp up so he didn't bust everybody's windshield. But instead, he comes back all aggressive, like, I don't have to do that. And then I was like, well, okay, well, like, sometimes it's not about what you have to do, it's what you got to do or what you need to do. Um, so, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate that 420, Alexandra. I'm gonna put all this super chat to good money, to good use. And yeah, I don't know. I've just been putting all the super chat money aside right now. I ain't sure what I'm gonna do with it. We'll see. Um, I'd like to do some good with it. You know what I mean? It's money that you guys give me, and you don't have to, and I appreciate it. And I know that you don't have to. It's just So I don't know. Maybe we'll take it and we'll try to do some good with it. Not sure just yet. But guys, I am gonna hop off here. Been on here a little over an hour. I'm like DIY. I got to get to bed. I got to be up early in the morning. I still got 300 miles to go. 300 miles of Pennsylvania mountains and curves, so it's probably not going to go fast. And but yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate all the conversation. It's a good way to pass time for me. It really is. Um, it is. I like it. I like it because it's good conversation, and it's you know what I mean. It's just a good time for me. But I'm going to hop off here, guys. Thank you, K-Safe. Thank you, DIY Semi. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you for everybody that came in as well. Thanks for the Asian My Show popping in. Paul Harris came by. Backwoods came by. Mr. Chapstick came by. I love that name, man. It makes me chuckle every time I see it. It's just it's like Chili Dog. It's another name, man. Y'all got some names like, I don't know. They're just, ain't nobody else copying these names. I promise you that. Shoestring Chuck Trucker, that's a tongue twister for me. OK CRC came in the house. Thanks everybody for coming in. Don, as always, David Cherry, Carlos, thanks everybody. I'm out of here. Take care of each other out there. Bye.